2025 Honda Africa Twin 650, Full Breakdown. Welcome back to Auto Show, where we bring you deep dives into the most exciting machines on 2 and 4 wheels. Today we're going to explore something that has riders all over the world buzzing with curiosity, the 2025 Honda Africa Twin 650. For decades, the Africa Twin name has stood as a symbol of rugged adventure. The larger 1,100 cubic centimeters Africa Twin has already earned a loyal following for its ability to cross continents, tackle deserts, and still cruise highways in comfort. But many riders have been asking, what about a more approachable version? A lighter, more affordable Africa Twin that carries the same DNA, but in a package that's easier to manage? That's where the rumored 650 version comes in. Today, we'll explore what this bike could bring to the table, its engine, chassis, electronics, performance on and off-road, and how it might fit into the rapidly growing middleweight adventure segment. Background: why a 650 Africa Twin makes sense. Let's start with context. The adventure bike market has exploded in recent years. Riders want versatility, a motorcycle that can be their daily commuter, their weekend trail machine, and their cross-country tourer all in one. But there's a problem. Big bikes like the Africa Twin 1100, the BMW R1250 GS, or the KTM 1290 Adventure can feel intimidating. They're heavy, tall, and expensive. Many new or intermediate riders want something with less bulk but still enough power to carry luggage and handle long rides. That's why the middleweight adventure class, bikes between 650 and 800 cubic centimeters, is booming. Yamaha's Ténéré 700 proved you don't need 1,200 cubic centimeters to have fun. Aprilia's Touareg 660 added European flair. KTM's 790 and 890 Adventure brought cutting-edge tech. Honda has been successful in this space with the CB500X, but that bike is more of an entry-level all-rounder. What's missing is a true off-road capable Honda adventure bike in the 650 to 700 cubic centimeters range. The Africa Twin 650 could be the perfect fit. Engine and powertrain. So, what might Honda put under the seat? The Africa Twin 650 would almost certainly use a parallel twin engine, because it's compact, efficient, and cost-effective to produce. Expect displacement in the 650 to 680 cubic centimeters range. Power output would likely land in the 70 to 80 horsepower zone, striking a sweet spot, enough power for highway overtakes and two-up touring, but not so much that it overwhelms you in the dirt. Torque would probably hover around 60 Nm, tuned to arrive low in the rev range, so the bike feels strong pulling out of corners or climbing a hill at slow speed. Transmission is a huge talking point. Honda's dual-clutch transmission, DCT, has been a game-changer in larger bikes, and there's a very good chance Honda would bring it to the 650 as well. That means two flavors. A traditional 6-speed manual for riders who love full control. And a DCT automatic, which allows clutchless operation, a blessing in stop-and-go city traffic or when crawling over rocky trails. This could instantly set the Africa Twin 650 apart from rivals, since most middleweight adventure bikes only offer manual transmissions. Chassis and suspension. Now let's talk about the foundation, the frame and suspension. For true adventure capability, the Africa Twin 650 will need a robust but lightweight chassis. Expect a steel semi-double cradle frame, similar in design to the 1100 but scaled down. Suspension travel will likely be generous. A 43 to 45 mm upside-down fork in the front, with around 7.5 to 8 inches of travel. A rear ProLink monoshock with about 7 inches of travel. This setup means confidence both on bumpy trails and in fast highway sweepers. Adjustable preload and rebound damping would let riders fine-tune the bike for solo rides, pillion passengers, or heavy luggage. Braking will probably include dual 300mm discs in front with ABS and a single rear disc, along with switchable off-road ABS modes. Expect a 21-inch front wheel paired with an 18-inch rear, the classic combination that serious off-road riders prefer, offering stability in sand, mud, and loose gravel. Design and ergonomics. One of the Africa Twin's strengths has always been its Dakar-inspired styling, and the 650 should carry this forward. Expect a tall rally-style fairing, a high front fender, and bold graphics that echo Honda's racing heritage. Seat height is a big factor. While the 1,134-inch seat can be intimidating, the 650 is expected to come in lower, perhaps 32.5 to 33.5 inches. That makes it more accessible to riders under 6 feet tall. Honda might also offer an optional low-seat version. The riding position will remain upright and comfortable, with wide handlebars for leverage and a narrow tank seat junction to make it easy to grip with your knees while standing. Fuel capacity could be around 5.0 to 5.5 gallons, giving a practical range of 250 miles or more depending on riding conditions. Electronics and rider aids. Modern adventure riders expect tech, and Honda will deliver. Likely features include ride-by-wire throttle for smooth, precise control. Selectable ride modes such as Tour, Urban, Gravel, and Off-Road. Honda Selectable Torque Control, HSTC, which is basically traction control that can be adjusted or turned off. Cornering ABS that adapts braking depending on lean angle. Possibly a simplified version of Honda's wheelie control system. On the cockpit side, a full-color TFT display with Bluetooth integration seems almost guaranteed. Riders could connect their phones for navigation, calls, or music. USB-C charging ports, cruise control on higher trims, and heated grip options would round out the package. Variants and options. Honda usually offers multiple trims, and the Africa Twin 650 could follow that strategy. Base model, manual transmission, minimal electronics, lighter weight, perfect for off-road purists. DCT model, same as above but with Honda's dual-clutch transmission for convenience. Adventure sports trim, road-focused with a taller windscreen, bigger tank, more comfort features, and possibly semi-active suspension. This would allow Honda to cover every type of rider, from hardcore trail seekers to long-distance tourers. Performance on and off-road. How will it ride? On the highway, the Africa Twin 650 is expected to be smooth and stable, with enough power to cruise at 75 miles per hour all day long. The lighter frame compared to the 1100 will make it more agile in corners, and the seat height will make it easier to manage at stops. Off-road is where many riders will test it. With long suspension travel, narrow bodywork, and a 21-inch front wheel, the 650 should feel natural on gravel roads, dirt tracks, and light enduro terrain. It won't be a full dirt bike, but it will handle more than most riders will ever throw at it. Advantages and trade-offs. Advantages. Lighter and more approachable than the 1100. Strong engine with just the right amount of power. Optional DCT, unique in its class. Advanced electronics without overwhelming complexity. Honda reliability and worldwide dealer support. Trade-offs. May not match the raw simplicity of rivals like the Ténéré 700. Fuel tank might be smaller than long-distance riders want. If priced too close to the 1100, some buyers may skip to the bigger model. Market position and rivals. The Africa Twin 650 would land in the most competitive segment in motorcycling today. Its direct rivals would be Yamaha Ténéré 700, simple, proven, affordable. Aprilia Touareg 660, lightweight, techy, Italian design. KTM 790 Adventure, sharp, performance-focused. Suzuki V-Strom 800DE, practical and comfortable. Honda's edge will be its balance. Where others are either too barebones or too aggressive, the Africa Twin 650 could slot perfectly in the middle, refined, reliable, and versatile. Who it's for. This bike will appeal to a wide audience. Riders upgrading from a smaller dual sport who want something capable of cross-country travel. Adventure riders who love off-road but don't want a tall, heavy machine. Touring riders who value comfort but don't need the full size of a 1,000 cubic centimeters bike. Commuters who want a do-it-all machine that handles daily city life and weekend escapes. Conclusion. The 2025 Honda Africa Twin 650 could be one of the most important adventure bikes of the decade. It would bring the legendary Africa Twin DNA into a size and price bracket that opens the door for thousands of new riders.